What's up, guys? MaksWerks here. Today we're going to talk about a GoPro gimbal. And for those of you who don't know what a gimbal is basically, fundamentally is a control device. So when the camera rotates right, because it's attached to your body or whatever, the gimbal counteracts by rotating left, keeping the picture smooth and steady. And, you know, I'm always looking for new cool things to talk to you guys about, looking for ways to improve my cinematography. And this kind of got me thinking. So I went online and I bought a $65 Chinese gimbal specifically made for the GoPro. And I'll post the link down underneath the video to where I got it from. And then I also got this like carbon fiber kit for it that replaces these two metal bits with carbon fiber bits, saves like an ounce, just because it was like $10. So this is the gimbal right here. And this strap basically holds the GoPro in place right here. And this is counterbalanced for the weight of the GoPro in the stock settings here on this board. And this is a stock controller. It's got two electric motors, one right here that controls forward pitch, and then they got one back here that controls left and right, like that. And then all you need to do is put the GoPro on here to counterweight it so it stays level. And then you simply take this battery. This battery does not come with it. This is just the battery I had. Any 12-volt battery. And you hook it up to it as such. And right now this thing is going to go crazy because there's no counterweight on it. But when there's a GoPro on it, as I'll show you guys in a second, it works great. So in reality, the chipset on here needs a little bit of fine tuning, and I'll get to that when I get to that. But it really does kind of work out of the box. These are designed for drones, so they actually bolt up to a drone. I'm going to probably relocate the battery somewhere else, and then have a friend of mine 3D print basically a piece right here that'll bolt on so that I can mount it on my helmet like I normally mount my camera, but so that it'll be completely controlled, so when I turn left and right you guys aren't getting a jittery picture. It seems like a whole lot of work to do that, but it'll be interesting. It'll be a cool little project mess around with. So I'm sure you guys are tired of listening to me talk about this thing. And you want to get to the action shots, so let's get to the action shots. So here's a walk around kind of the garage without the gimbal powered on. So here's a walk around of the garage with the gimbal in action. And so now if I tilt it all the way forward, all the way back until it makes contact, all the way to the left, all the way to the right. And if we start kind of doing a three-dimensional motion here, you can actually see that the video is fairly smooth despite the motion I'm using. To take a video of this thing in motion if I can. I don't know if I'm this dexterous or not, but it's actually really cool to watch. And so if we go into video mode, you can actually see how this thing reacts to being moved around. So anyway, this is plug and play out of the box. I haven't tried to use different firmware or different software to kind of play around with it a little bit. Maybe I can make it a little bit better, because see, right now it's twitching and freaking the fuck out because we hit some sort of artificial limit too far in one axis or another. So now it's freaking out because it can't return back. So for like 60 bucks, it's kind of a unique thing. But it's definitely not without its little quirks. Like right now it's freaking out, super freaking out. Camera's totally backwards. But I think with a little bit of tuning, this could really be a useful tool to have around.